Hello guys, this is Ali Reza. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Smart Home. In this video, we have YDm4109 Plus from Yale company. This smart door lock can support Z-Wave. By connecting one of these Z-Wave modules to the door lock, you can add this device to your Z-Wave network and enjoy benefits of a smart door lock in your smart home. So by default, this model of smart door lock does not support Z-Wave, and you need this Z-Wave module. In this video, I'll show you how you can add this smart door lock to Vera control unit and see how it works in Vera. For connecting the Z-Wave module to the door lock, you have to remove the battery cover. Okay, I removed the battery cover. I take out one of the batteries. Easily you can insert the Z-Wave module here. Then I connect the battery. Now the door lock is ready to be added to Z-Wave network. This is the I button. During the video, whenever I say pressing the I button, I mean this button. By the way, subscribing my channel motivates me to upload more videos. So please click the subscribe button if you haven't done it. Stay with me. After connecting the Z-Wave module to the door lock, in order to add this model to Z-Wave network, you have to enter your gateway into inclusion. While your gateway is in inclusion mode, by entering your door lock into inclusion, it will be added to the gateway. The procedure for entering the door lock to inclusion mode is simple. In another video, which its link is in description, I showed you how you can add this device to advanced mode. So first of all, you have to set the door lock in advanced mode. Why the door lock is in advanced mode? By entering master code, pressing I button, then 9, then hash button, then 1 and hash button, the door lock enters into inclusion mode. Let's start adding the door lock to Vera control unit. In Vera, I go to the devices page, click add device. From the list, I select generic Z-Wave device, then click next. By pressing on next, Vera enters into inclusion mode and it's ready to add Z-Wave devices to it for 1 minute. While Vera is in inclusion mode, we have to enter the door lock into inclusion mode 2. As I said, master pin code must be entered, then I button must be pressed. Then 9, then hash. To add the controller, 1 and hash. Vera detected the device. It has a default name, you can change it and you can set a room for it. I click on finish. Vera starts configuring the device. Please wait for the device to be configured. This process usually takes from 5 to 90 seconds. So now we have to wait until configuration is done. device is added to the Vera controller, you can see the battery status of door lock in Vera and the status of door lock. It is unlocked now. As soon as door is closed, a smart door lock detects it by this sensor. Then it is automatically locked. You can see that Vera immediately shows that it is locked. Using Vera control unit, you can easily unlock it. Using Vera control unit, in addition to locking or unlocking door lock, you can set pin codes. In order to set pin codes in Vera, we go to the setting of door lock, select add pin code. In this page, we set a name, pin name. We set a name for our pin code. In pin code section, we enter pin code. By clicking on save pin code will be added to door lock. In the setting of door lock, by going to the pin codes page, you can see the list of your pin codes. By default, they are always available. You can restrict them by clicking on restrictions. Validity by default is always. You can restrict them daily or weekly. Weekly, you can select the days you want to be valid. Then select or define a start time and an end time. In daily, you can select a day for a valid from and define an end time. In addition, you can set times. After defining the kind of validation or restriction, by clicking on add restriction, the pin code is restricted. Using Vera control unit, you can easily delete pin codes. In pin codes page, in front of each pin code, you can see the delete icon. By clicking on it, pin code will be deleted. What if you enter pin codes to the door lock using its keypad? Adding pin code to the door lock using its keypad, Vera immediately shows the added pin code. Let's try it. In order to add pin code manually to the door lock, I enter master pin code, then press the I button, then press 2, press hash to continue, press 1, then hash. Now we have to enter the number of user. I enter 0, then I enter 2, then I press hash.
Enter a 4 to 10-digit user code, then press the hash to continue.
Then I enter the pin code. By pressing hash, it is set. You can see that Vera immediately shows the added pin code. You can restrict it or delete it using Vera control unit. If I change the pin code As an example, here we have 2 pin codes in the door lock. If I change number 1, immediately Vera shows the new pin code which is added to the door lock. Let's try it. I enter master pin code, then I button is pressed, 2 hash 1 hash. We have 2 pin codes, number 1 and number 2 in the door lock. I change number 1. It is 242528. Now I change it to 878889. Then press hash button. I press the I button. In Vera, you can see that immediately the pin code of Peter, or let's say index 1, is changed to the new one. Another benefit of having this smart door lock in Z-Wave network, it's better to say that in Vera control unit, is that you can see the complete log of door lock activity. As an example, if one of the users enter their PIN code, immediately Vera shows that, and you can receive notifications or run scenes based on the user PIN code. Let's test one of the PIN codes. As soon as lock is closed, Vera shows that. Now I enter Peter's PIN code. In Vera, you can see that Vera shows user Peter entered. By entering 6 incorrect PIN codes, the door lock is locked. Let's try it. The lock does not work anymore for a while, and you can see that Vera immediately shows that incorrect PIN code has been entered to the door lock. Using fingerprint in Vera, you do not have any access to the fingerprint. So using Vera control unit, you cannot add or delete fingerprints. Let's see what other options you can get using this model of a smart door lock in Vera control unit. By going to the settings, you can receive notifications based on the lock activity. You can receive notifications based on a door is locked or unlocked, bad PIN code entered, a PIN code is entered, and about the battery. A PIN code was changed using the lock keypad. A PIN code was programmed into the lock. A PIN code was removed. These are the list of notifications you can receive. And adding notification is very simple. From the drop-down list, select the one you want. In our example, a PIN code is entered. What PIN code index number? I select 1. Who should be notified? You select the person or the account that you want to receive notification, and in notification name section you enter a name for it easily by clicking on add. Notification is added. So from now on, if Peter uses his PIN code, immediately this user receives a notification. Removing notification is very simple. In notification page, in front of each notification, there is a remove button. By clicking on it, the notification will be removed. In order to exclude the device from Vera control unit, you go to the setting of device at the bottom of the page, click on delete device, then select unpair. Click next. Vera enters into exclusion mode. While Vera is in exclusion mode, by entering a smart door lock to exclusion mode, it will be removed from Z-Wave network. How? Let's see. I enter master PIN code, then press I button, 9 hash button, 3 hash button, enter the master PIN code, then hash to continue. YDm4109 Plus is removed from Vera control unit. Adding or excluding YDm4109 Plus to any Z-Wave network is the same as I showed you. But how the door lock works on the gateway depends really on the gateway. For example, you may add this model of door lock to another model of gateway, but you cannot restrict PIN codes. Pay attention to these facts. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any question, do not hesitate to leave comments. Bye bye.